So today I walked into Krispy Kreme with my grandfather, and we were gonna get some donuts, and pretty much we got through the line, we waited, and usually our Krispy Kreme only has one worker, and so I see this F1 450 with like tractors on the back of it hooked up, and they had like 2 other tractors on it or whatever, and the guy, and we were just waiting in line, and then there's this guy, he just comes right through the door, and he walks up behind me in line, and my grandpa says hey to him, and he says hey back, and he says, you look like you've been working hard today, and he was like, yeah. He was like, work, 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 that's all I do. And my grandfather said, yep, that's right. And then he kept going on, and he said, work, can't afford not to stop working. And he was like, work, work, work. And then he was like, he looked over at me and he said, if you want something, go get it. He was like, if you want something, you gotta work for it constantly, constantly, constantly. You can't afford it, just stop. And he just kept saying work, 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 work. And then he looked over at me again and he said, son, don't you ever do anything bad in your life, because all you're gonna do is work. And it's ironic that he kind of walked in. I guess it was fate for me to see this guy today, because there was 2 homeless people on the corner. Because I went to GameStop, there was 2 homeless people on the corner. Like they were like brother or sister or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. They were asking for food and they were hungry. And this one girl, she was looking so miserable, and it was just terrible. And then when this guy came in, and he was like, if you want something, go work for it, no matter what, just go work. And one thing that really touched me, he said, work is my motto. And when he said work is my motto, that just, whoa, it just blew my mind, because this guy, he looked like he was like at least 80 years old. And he told us a story about, he started off on a bicycle. He was like from 3 counties down, and he came to our county on a bicycle and started cutting grass, washing windows, whatever he could do to make money. And he's the one out there with the beautiful F1 450 with these tractors hooked up to it and stuff, and it just blew my mind. He worked up from a bicycle to a F1 Ford truck, and those trucks are pretty expensive and pretty nice. So that just blew my mind. And he just said work, work, work. He just kept saying work, and he was saying it loud and proud too. And the thing about it, he said save every penny you can, because you never know when you're going to need it again. And when he went to go buy his donuts, he bought 3 glazed donuts. It was $3.18. And the man only had a few dollars in his pocket, but he was driving an F-150. And he said, I just got done washing windows, I got to go back to work. And I was like, whoa, this man's working over the clock here. He's like, I put these boots on at 6:20 in the morning, and I don't take them off till 11 something at night. And I'm like, whoa. He's like, I just go work, work, work. And my grandfather asked, do you get tired? And he was like, nope, can't afford to get tired, just work. And after we walked out and got our donuts and stuff, he drove off in his car, and the last thing he said to me, he looked me dead in the eyes, and he said, work hard.